Welcome to another episode of I Must Ask You a Question with James and Jen, but that does not look like Jen.
No, it's Jen asked me to step in, or is it you that asked me? I don't know. I'm glad to be here. Either way.
Yes. To introduce everybody, this is Richard Rivera, also known in some circles as Ricasso. And for those you don't know, I'm the number one Ricasso fan. But yes, Richard is our publisher at Scoot and also the vice president of Scout, and he's filling in for Jen. I've been out for about 2 weeks. Matt, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Matt.
Yeah, I've been out for 2 weeks. I was on vacation last week and playing catch up. As you know, Richard, it seems like constantly calling you with questions and help. But yeah, I know you have filled in for me once, and rumor has it you did something special to your mustache. Oh yeah, that's right. You did your beard.
I waxed up the beard, and it was a little pointed. Hey, Joey.
Nice. Yes, Joey. Little well wishes to Joey. It looks like him and his family got COVID. They're doing okay, but he's a little down and out this week. But again, love that ring. We have a lot going on. Today was a big release day for us, man. We got this book, one of the many that came out today, Code 45. Number one, hit, just amazing series by Benjamin Hunting and Joe. His last name's NG. Is that Nug? How do you pronounce that?
I'm not going to get in on this.
Yeah, you don't.
I think you're probably right, James.
Incredible. Yeah, and I apologize, Joe, for butchering your last name, but amazing series. It's I believe 5 issues, I want to say. But the first one hit the shelves today. And for those of you who don't know, like, it is an insane time to be in publishing with the paper and supply chain issues. It's very, very difficult. Every company, not just Scout, a lot of them are delayed. And we are doing our best to try to hit those. It's really out of our control, unfortunately, as far as the printer. And then once it gets shipped, the shipping problems to, on top of that. And then the fact that we have multiple distribution channels that send them out on different days. It's never easy. But I think the best way of doing that is pre-order books. Go to your comic shop, start what they call a poll subscription or a poll list, and order some of those ahead of time.
Well, you know what, James? One of our books that was supposed to come out was Wannabes. It's going to be a great book by Mitchell Martinez. And I think that it's actually an opportunity because you can have now people know that it's like now they know ahead of time to let their store know. The store can still pre-order or reorder rather and get additional copies in. So you can still go ahead and reserve your copy of Wannabes, which will be out on the 29th, I believe now.
Hope, knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood, but all signs say,
Yes. Another thing is you can, of course, always go to scoutcomics.com on release date. We go by the Previews World schedule, and it's a little difficult for those of you who don't know with the Previews World, which is Diamond, that used to be the only game in town. What they don't update the release schedule until the Thursday after the Wednesday release date. So we'll know tomorrow what books are coming out via Diamond distribution for next week. So yeah, we pretty much go by that. We're just used to. I know sometimes Lunar is about a week later or sometimes a week sooner. And of course, if they order directly from us, as soon as we get the books from one of our multiple printers, we send it out to our direct to retail consumers. But Code 45 is huge. Also, one thing that wasn't in the normal distribution plan, but is going to be for those of you who haven't already, sign up for our newsletter. You can just go to our main scoutcomics.com and hit the newsletter. But we're releasing the Mr. Easter Ash Can this afternoon as well. Yeah, exactly. With Matt, 2 weeks after the expected date. Oh, nice, man. He's got 4. Matt is one of the, him and Steph are the amazing creators of Misfit Clubhouse, which is a great all-age romp, as Kit would say it, for Mr. Easter. And
Shenanigans.
Yes, it's such a great series. And yeah, it's out now. And it was a couple weeks late, of course, because of the supply chain issue. But man, we have so much going on, don't we, Richard? We got a San Diego meeting to plan for our huge San Diego presence this year.
Yeah, there's I saw somebody posted like the aftermarket. Mark Darden posted like the aftermarket right now on the tickets for San Diego, and it was like people are trying to get $1,000 for the for a 4-day pass, and like $600 to $800 for the individual days. Yeah.
Oh my. Well, I mean, if it's anything like MegaCon, so MegaCon this year, which is the big Florida convention, for those you don't know, that's in Orlando.
Blew up.
We did. Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Last year, they normally do it around this time in May of every year, but last year they did it in August. We did the show, and there was probably about 40 to 45,000 of attendance. And would you say, I want to say that you found this out, it's like 145,000 this year?
Right, over 140,000. So that puts it right up there with New York and San Diego, you
It was
know.
insane. I mean, there was a few, I was there. Whatnot had a huge, for those you don't know, we have a big presence on Whatnot, and they're one of our valuable business partners, and they had a big presence there. And it was, I mean, shoulder to shoulder from Thursday. It's a 4-day show
Hmm.
on. It was just unbelievable. And looking, I guess, Fan Expo is the next really big one in Dallas,
Hmm.
and that's trending to be another huge success. So San Diego hasn't happened in 2 years, man. It's going to be,
Yeah, a lot of pent up frustration there. A lot of comic buying needing to be done.
yes. And gosh, we
Autographs
have
and
how many different variants this year just for going over there? We probably have like 12
yeah,
San
yeah,
Diego drops this year that we're going to be doing, coinciding with Whatnot and a few of our other partners. So stay tuned.
yeah. We
Really cool stuff.
got some stuff that's premiering there, including there'll be a trance ash can
Yep.
by Joey Capuana, and that's going to be great. We've got, I mean, I can't wait to see that ash can. You've already seen them, so you got one up on me on the Mr. Easta. But
It's lit. I think they literally are delivering it as I speak.
oh
So I haven't
wow,
physically seen it right now. It's coming over from the printer. So
when
I
it comes in,
believe.
you'll have to flash it on screen.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And ladies
um,
and gentlemen, I mean, it's, if there's a person in this company who knows bunnies, it's Mr. Stabby Bunny himself, which is a perfect segue. And Mr. East
yes,
is a little bit crazier than Stabby. But speaking of Stabby,
hmm,
why don't you share everybody the amazing news about Stabby? Because Stabby
well,
was
yeah,
a
for
huge hit for Scout, due to health problems, not only by yourself, but from Dwayne and your whole team, man. It's issue 12. Go ahead.
yeah,
Actually,
it's been a long time coming, and we really appreciate the people that have hung in there with us. But we've had everything from multiple hospital stays to volcanoes. I mean,
yeah.
honestly, the team has just been through a lot, but we hung in there, and issue 12 is done. But along with issue 12, that means we've concluded that second volume, the first arc, which is actually 13 issues. We have a special Emmett story that fits in there, kind of issue 10 and a half, I think. But we're finally going to be putting out that second volume, and we wanted to make an offer to the Kickstarter community to be able to get advance, you know, get yes, there we
There
go,
we
to get a
go.
hold of that. So we got an official Kickstarter going on. It's Scout's first official Kickstarter. Of course, a lot of our creators thrive in that community, and Scout has been supporting a lot of creators and a lot of indie people on there. But now it's going to be our first official Kickstarter that we're doing, and you can there's links here, there, everywhere. You can sign up and become a follower so you don't miss anything. Um, it's going to have the first printing of the second volume. Retailers are not left out. There's going to be some retailer levels as well. So we want everybody to be able to get involved on that. On that, and we've had, like I said, we've worked on this book. The team that started to work on it before we were picked up by Scout, we started back in 2015. So to finally see this first story arc come together, and we also have um, uh, some new people are joining the team for the
Yep.
next arc. Uh, Grace will be no longer be 7. We're going to go ahead and we're doing a little bit of a time jump. She's going to be 15. She'll celebrate her 16th birthday in that next arc, and it's going to be quite a bit different. She's going to be in high school, and there's going to be a couple of people in high school there with her that might be familiar for those of you who have read Shadow Play. We've always said Shadow Play is in the same world, and now we get to see that in action because we're going to have both Bard and Joy will be in the same high school with Grace. Actually, she's going to their high school. So we'll be able to see the three of them interact, see how those storylines kind of come together. There's a little bit of that in the some of the epilogues that'll be in between issue 12 and the brand new #1 with the new arc. But I believe we're going to try to put together an ash can of some of that epilogue action and include that in the Kickstarter as one of the stretch goals. So
Oh,
yeah, so you could actually get that much further ahead on what's coming.
That's very cool. I missed the last Kickstarter meeting, so that's awesome. I love that idea. That's a great idea. Yeah, I
Yes.
can't wait, man. I've seen the power of the bunny. I'm actually surprised you can still see me. My computer froze up. So
Oh,
I'm just
wow.
saying. So if you guys lose me, it's because all of a sudden it decides to give me a blue screen.
Wow.
But anyways, we're doing Kickstarter. One of the things that's I think the hardest part of any kind of Kickstarter, because that's how I started too with my solar flare book. That's how you started with Stabity Buddy originally, was Kickstarter, is the fulfillment. And one thing I prided our team here in Fort Myers, our HQ staff is just unbelievable, and their packaging and their efficiency and fulfillment's actually going to be a joy and something that we pride ourselves in on our retailer orders and our website orders and our subscription boxes. So we're tailor made to really get those books to our consumers as fast as possible. So we love the Kickstarter platform. It helped a lot of us get our start,
Yeah,
and looking forward to continuing it. Quite
that's
honestly.
right. For Kickstarter, the bunny is back, and
Yes.
I got to say,
Should we tell everybody what the release date is? I know we've been teasing it, but for those of the people who actually listen to our, do we want to hint it?
yeah. I mean, it's not the 4th of July, but some of the smoke will still be clearing. And
That's
they'll
a good hint. Yeah.
yeah, but the smoke will still be clearing.
Yeah. Really looking forward to it. We have some really cool stuff. Press work printer plates will be available for that printing. We have possibly some comic tags, a lot of cool things that we have planning.
Now, what are Pressworks, James?
Well, Pressworks, Richard, I'm so glad that you asked, are very unique items that something that's been done in trading cards for many, many years now,
Mhm.
where when you do an offset printing, there's two types of printing in publishing. There's offset and digital. Offset is plate printing. So they use the standard colors of CMYK, which is cyan is blue, magenta, which is like a pinkish red, yellow, and then black. So for every comic that is produced via this one printer that we have this deal with, we actually receive those plates. So for every page, there's 4 different colors, and including the cover has 4 different colors, which are those CMYK colors. So what we've done is we created these collectible items. We sell the covers and we sell the individual plates. Put them in these top loaders. They're truly one of one collectibles, as Trevor, one of our staff members here, says so eloquently. It's the tool that built the house, and that house being the comic book or trade paperback.
Mm-hmm. Well, and this will be the first time there are actual Stabity printer plates, right? So this is
Yes.
like unique one, once, and I believe all the covers are going to be like in the chapters. So it's going to be chances to get, I guess, every Stabity cover from the main cover ace from the main run, right?
Yeah. Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
So it's going to be amazing. But speaking of unique, and I mean, we touched on Whatnot. We've had a lot of fun with 2 conventions so far, where we
Yeah.
just get on there and we just marathon it. It's like nonstop. We start about 11, right, and we go
Yep.
until we've gone until after 3, right? I
Yeah.
mean, we
And
just
this
kept
is
going.
Eastern time, but we did a lot. We like to learn as much as possible. So one of the things that we learned from this amazing, and Whatnot is, for those of you listening who don't know, it's basically a combination of live selling a la Facebook and Instagram, and Comic Book Shopping Network, which is an amazing in the experience, where they combine the two of them, and it's like Instagram meets those. So you can follow people, you can interact. What we love about it as creators and from a company standpoint is you get to interact with your fans. So it's a captive audience wanting to purchase your products or your books. And what we learned, they had an indie comic week back in February. And what we learned is that, like, we had separate show times. We wanted to try something where we basically created our own convention. We would have a whole bunch of different people come in and do certain shows during certain hours. And it was just one continuous stream. We've done 2 now. Richard, myself, one of our new additions, Henri, um, who's incredible, and Andrea Lorenzo Molinari.
Molinari.
The 4 of us are going to tackle Scout Comic Con 3, which is going to be this June, this month, the 18th and 19th. We're starting at 11 a.m. Eastern, and I'm going to drop some more news too. The day before this convention, which is Friday, we're partnering with the amazing site called Cover Price. That's COVRPRICE. PRICE.com. And they're going to be focusing on publishers going forward on the platform. And we're donating a whole bunch of very cool collectible items for giveaways. So if you're on there, all you have to do is bash that button that says giveaway. And we're going to be doing that to kind of promote the show and to promote Cover Price and Scout throughout their channel. So that's another thing that we're planning to do, but we have such a busy time coming. Oh, is that Michael?
Whoa!
Surprise, surprise.
To begin.
I did.
Hey, guess what literally comes in today, Michael? I think it's being like unloaded right now.
Oh, is it Patty and Laz?
It's Patty and Laz Ash.
What?
So I'll be sure to take some pictures for you. And
please do.
Yes.
So excited.
I'll be the first one to see it, and we'll send you some, of course, man. So
just a couple, even if they're ripped up. You know, I need the toilet paper.
What if they have some tears of
it
joy?
is 2-ply. You know, Richard knows I like the 2-ply.
Well, it's got they don't have tears of joy on them, Michael. They might have tears of joy on them, but otherwise, if you come unharmed, I'm sure.
Are these flushable wipes? I didn't realize.
Safe for
that
septic
remains to be
tanks,
seen.
too.
We have to double check if they're flushable or not.
Are they septic safe? That's all I really need.
Yes, yes.
So, Michael,
yes.
Have you heard of this renowned artist, Ricasso?
I have not.
He's pretty incredible. Rumor has it, Michael, that he is going to be live at Scout Comic Con 3 on Whatnot, June 18th and 19th, which is a weekend. Ricasso.
That's crazy.
He's done multiple covers for Richard, coincidentally.
Yeah.
He does remarks, and this guy is, I mean.
Do we have a sample of one of his covers? Can we put that up?
Richard, do you have? I know you're a big fan of Ricasso.
Oh, a big collector. Yeah, right. No, I don't have anything. I mean, his originals are really hard to get. So, yeah. Oh, I like to play poker with Michael. I think it'd be super easy to tell. Yes, it'd be like.
He has so many tells.
Like,
well, I didn't recognize Michael without a Diet Pepsi in his hand.
Oh, don't! It's because I just emptied it.
Oh, Diet Coke.
I'm telling you, one day you're going to get that sponsorship,
again.
Michael. You're going to get that sponsorship.
Yes.
No, we were just telling everybody before you joined. We had a huge release week. The final issue of season 2 of Headless came out this afternoon. We actually had 2 issues of Cult of Icarus, number 3 and 4. That just shows you how crazy the print cycle is and the delivery cycle. 2 issues hitting on the same day, which is a great series by Jen and Carl. Cult of Icarus. Again, the art is just to die for. We had this one, Michael, called Code 45.
Ooh, yes. That cover is sexy, isn't it?
Yes, and another one that's near and dear to you is Triskel.
Oh, yes, Triskel.
Which I read something. It was a great analogy of what it was. It was basically, oh, shoot, I'm going to have to, let me find it. About, like this meets that. It was such a perfect, he nailed it. I believe it was Felipe.
Uh-huh.
What would you say compare that book to? The art is breathtaking.
For me, I like to think of it as like those older RPGs that you would play on your PlayStation. I personally would no one here would know it, but it's like the Breath of Fire series. It has that vibe. I know I'm showing off my JRPG PlayStation 1 age, but if anyone here is into that, that's the vibe I always got. And I know he's producing another book. I don't know if we can talk about it, but
no, we can't. We signed it. Well, no, we haven't signed it yet. So hold on.
We haven't signed it yet. Okay.
He signed it. We're just waiting for the artist to sign. They're co-copyright holders.
Got it. But Felipe is a master at that vibe. He really understands what it means to be like a swashbuckling adventure. He does all ages very well because I feel like a lot of folks, not all ages, young adult, a lot of folks who do young adult tend to try and squeeze either way too old or way too young, and he always strikes just the right balance. I'm a huge fan. Felipe, if you're watching, brava. I enjoy you.
So here's his quick elevator pitch. It's Stranger Things meets the Chronicles of Narnia.
That is
Yep.
perfect.
A tale of courage and friendship steeped in the magic of actual Celtic mythology. So it's
That
based
is
on real mythology. Again, it's wonderful. The art is breathtaking. Monoramus is the artist's name?
Oh, I thought you were just like, are you asking me or telling me?
No, I'm kind of a little both.
Monoramas, yeah. Yes, you're correct. That is the artist.
Yes, I mean he's
Really?
incredible.
I mean, I keep on wondering if there's a follow-up question coming.
No,
I'm talking about how great they are. Yes, the art is beautiful. The sense of perspective is absolutely it's grand. It feels grand no matter what panel you're looking at. So if anybody hasn't checked it out yet, please give it a looky-loo. Follow them on Instagram.
I tell you, there was that one posting, and you get notifications about people's comments and everything, and just one after the other. What outrageously fantastic art! Can't believe this. The art's so wonderful. Just one after the other. Just the comments
Never
were
before
incredible.
seen. Another club.
And speaking of art, I don't know if either one of you read this, but Distorted, the next issue of Distorted #3 by Salvatore and Gabrielle is out. Finally hit the stands. There was, again, delay on everything. One thing, just for those you don't know, there was a bit of a mistake on issue #2 where there was like a cliffhanger and the page wasn't correct. So what we did is you get more bang for your buck for issue 3. So we made issue 3 oversized that basically has that last act of issue #2 in it and redoes it. So issue 3 is hitting stands. Again, very, very anxious to get that to the world. The art and storytelling is so amazing. On top of that, Broken Eye, which is like our spy thriller that takes place in London in the late 70s, with a guy who has this eye that basically he can see glimpses into the future because of this eye that he has that's different from everyone else's. Very well done. The art is gorgeous. Highly recommend that. Issue 2 just hit the shelves. And then to top it off, last but certainly not least, is one of my favorites is The Return of By the Horns Dark Earth, our fantasy epic that reminds me of Saga. It is just so well done, and it takes place a few months after the huge conclusion of the last story arc, which was issue 8. Highly recommend the series. We do have back issues available at scoutcomics.com and the trade paperback hit. It's a meaty trade paperback, and do yourself a favor. It is a gem. I know Richard was running point for them. He agrees. Michael, I don't know if you've read this, but it's right up your alley, bud. It's so good.
I would love to read it. I have not read it yet. I'm not going to say anything about it because I have not read it yet. So it could be crap. I don't know.
It's not.
It's not.
I mean, I want to trust you guys, but you did try to lead me off a cliff that one time. I did die.
Did you? I know that's why we were so surprised you showed up.
Gay Dominican diabetic can't kill me.
Who loves Diet Coke? Don't forget.
It's the Diet Coke that brought him back.
We have to run because we have a San Diego meeting that we have to do, our weekly San Diego call, prepping for that amazing convention. But I'd like to ask, since Richard is new, and in tribute to my good buddy Joshi, or also known as Jeffe or Hefe, is his icebreaker question. Top 3 favorite movies. Go.
I'm sorry, I can't choose among the children.
No,
too many fabulous movies.
Do it, Richard.
Do it? Okay.
First to come to mind, man. Do it.
Okay. First come to mind. I mean, they're going to be so mainstream. Okay. Truly, Madly, Deeply. Time over. I gotta say, I'm sorry, but like things like Raiders, I mean, just a lot of fun there.
Good choice.
I'm sorry again, but just childhood memories. The first Star Wars.
Very well done. Bravo.
Very well done.
Okay, thank you.
Michael and I, we've already done this question. For those who don't remember, mine.
Pressure.
I don't know if you've seen Top Gun 2, but it's incredible. So it's not top 3 movies, but Top Gun Maverick, amazing. But mine, Bull Durham, just takes Just Bull Durham, Point Break, Dumb and Dumber.
I feel like we recreate that every weekend, James.
Yes, we do. We
got the Comic Cons going.
Oh, that's great.
Circulating between a few movies, but the one that always comes to mind as my number one is The Fifth Element. You can't.
That's so good.
Oh, yes.
She's dressed up. Multipass? Yes. Oh, it is.
Ruby Rod. I mean, come on.
Now, did you see their the same French production company did it? Like, it's not like a sequel to Fifth Element, but it was a follow-up. You know what I'm talking about? It bombed at the box office.
Oh, are you talking about Valerian?
Yes. Yeah.
That it's like a spiritual successor, but nowhere near connected.
Did you like it?
I saw it and it was okay.
It's okay.
It was fine. I barely remember it, but it wasn't like I was sitting at my couch crying, shirtless, wondering why I was alive. Like that only happened.
It didn't hit that chord, huh?
So that was one. What's your next one besides Fifth Element there, Michael?
So it's either going to be Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind or Princess Mononoke for tie for best animated movie.
Okay, all right.
And then
it's like an award show here. I love it.
It is. You like it?
I try.
Documentary. What takes documentary?
Oh, best documentary. Ooh, technically it's a TED Talk. Does that count?
Yeah,
sure.
By Jill Bolte Taylor, My Stroke of Insight. She's a neuroanatomist who had a massive stroke, basically a growth on the size of a golf ball on the right side of her brain. But she was able to remember how her brain degraded over time and how that shifted her perspective along her recovery over the next 8 years. And she wrote a wonderful book, and I will always remember. It's not a documentary series. I'm trying to remember of an actual documentary series. Part of me wants to say it's like Drag Race related, but I can't say. I'm too
okay. Okay. All right. Well, I've robbed you of your third movie though.
Blues Brothers, Star Wars. Don't make me pick. American Splendor. That is a good one, Kyle.
That is
great. And again, thank you, Kyle. Let's give a shout out to Kyle for filling in for Joey.
Thank you, Kyle.
Appreciate you doing this. And again, thanks, Richard, for filling in. But this has been another episode of I Must Ask You a Question with Jen and James, Michael, and Richard.
James, I must ask you a question.
Yes.
Your favorite flavor of ice cream, quickly.
Cookie dough. Boom.
Boom.
What's yours?
Strawberry.
I'm lactose intolerant, you jerk.
That was sensitive.
All right, everybody.
That was sensitive.
Have a great rest of your afternoon, everyone. We'll talk to you next week. Take care.
See ya.